How are you guys doing today? Hold on. Got to fucking fix my thing. There we go. We're gonna be watching some visual venture first. That's gonna be fun. I got my Dr. Pepper ready. I got my energy drink ready. I am a happy fish. And also, One Shot is sending me more focused shoes and some energy chews I haven't tried yet. So, that's gonna be great as well. Oh boy. What do you mean, oh boy? It's because it's got Dr. Peppy? I love Dr. Pepper. It's so good. Oh, and it's also fucking cold out right now. Because, like, it got too comfortable yesterday. It was about 60 degrees. It was so nice. I was very happy. I was very, very happy fish. It was very nice. And now it's about 19 degrees. It was snowing. It's never truly spring until it's summer around here, honestly. It's never spring until it's summer. I love the Midwest, I swear I do. I'm gonna put myself up. There we go. We got the same Midwest cold snap. Oh, hell yeah. You know what we gotta go through, man. What are we watching today? Well, we are starting with Visual Venture on how brain rot destroyed Generation Alpha. So that'll be fun to watch. Yeah, we're starting with that, and I got a handful of other videos that I want to watch today as well. And I'll also be going through the video suggestion channel also. We'll watch more art stuff another day. But hey, I learned and remembered some things from when we were watching stuff. Right, let me know how the audio is. You make sure it's actually on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we are starting with Visual Venture.
We cannot raise a generation of kids that are this tuned out, that are this rude, that are this violent.
I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
People have been sharing videos of their children literally having meltdowns after taking the iPad away from them.
What's wrong?
I want an iPad.
See, okay, I can speak from experience as a mother to where, don't give your children technology during their very early years. You don't give them an iPad when they're toddlers. You don't give them an iPad when they're infants. You shouldn't give them an iPad. At least wait till, like, elementary school. Because, like, for example, with my kid, she had something called ABC Mouse. And it helped with, like, letters and stuff if she needed, like, a little extra boost with activities and everything. That's the only thing she ever used it for. Otherwise, it's when she was, like, you know, listening to music with me while I was cleaning. And that's how she got first exposed to K-pop in, like, 2014. But heck, she didn't get her first cell phone until last year for her birthday, when she turned 13. And she doesn't even use her cell phone all that much. She does not use her cell phone. She doesn't use it. She doesn't have social media. She doesn't have any of that. She doesn't want any of that either. She's just super focused on her school and everything. And I couldn't be prouder of her. She has always, like, she was always great. I am lucky. But yeah, pro tip, don't give your kids to iPad. Your kids to iPads. iPads to your kids.
I really want an iPad.
As a 12-year-old, the internet taught me too many things I shouldn't know. It has completely ruined me, and I have serious mental health issues. This is just one of the many horror.
Oh yeah, I can attest to that. When I was a teenager, my mom, my parents didn't know shit about the internet. I was a very, you know, unsupervised child and teenager. And that's how I got groomed twice. That's how I got groomed twice. It was a very interesting learning experience. But also that's how I found gore videos, and I watched those quite often as well before Live Leak and Best Gore got taken down. Sometimes I miss those days because I got to watch some interesting foreign broadcasts. Like, I remember there was this one news broadcast, I think it was in Venezuela. I forgot what country it was. All I know is that they spoke Spanish. But there was a hostage situation on where the dude was just, like, holding this woman right next to him. Like, her head was right next to his, so nobody could get a clear shot. But they had a sniper across, like, to a different building and everything. And they were able to absolutely fucking dome him without hurting the woman. It was so cool. Oh, hi, Pan. How are you? Hello, just here to say hey and have fun yapping. Yay! Thank you. Oh, it's like, oh, what was it called? It was like this broadcast special to where it was a bunch of uncensored news broadcasts before they started doing delays on them. Fuck, what was it called? What was it called? Like, it was like a Mondo style film. Like, Mondo film style. Was it banned from... No, not banned from broadcast. I forgot what it was called. I'm sure I could find it again. But all I know is that it was a Mondo film. But that is a whole nother, like, you know... That's a whole nother thing that we can talk about another day. Can I see your cute tail? Yeah, sure. Hold on. Which button was it? There you go. You could get a peek at the tail. Actually, here, let me just show the full thing. Hold on. See here, for those of you who haven't seen my actual full mermaid tail. There. Now you've seen it. But yeah, one of these days we'll go through, like, Mondo films and other, like, you know, extreme films. No, where's the Kata? Fine, here. There you go, Kata. Fucking foot bandit. Okay. Back down we go. Fucking. Alright. Let's continue. Kata does want the fucking toes.
Stories about brain rot destroying Generation Alpha. It's gotten so bad that the Oxford Dictionary made brain rot the 2024 word of the year. But although everyone is complaining about brain rot, most people still don't understand what it is exactly or how much damage it's causing. Today, we'll break it down like never before and show with proof how brain rot is destroying an entire generation. So my goal this year is to give you guys double the amount of videos without sacrificing.
I mean, it's like, okay. There has always been a essence of brain rot for, like, every generation that has had technology at their disposal. Like, for example, our brain rot would be, you know, remember the TF2 videos that would be made in Source Filmmaker? That was our brain rot. Just ours were longer than 5 seconds long. It's like, what was that one series? What was that one series called? It was just like A Beautiful Day or A Beautiful something. I forgot. But it was always just, yeah, about 2 minutes. Yeah. MLG Shrek was your brain rot? Yeah. Shrek is love? Yeah. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. YTP2? Yeah. It's like we had our own brain rot. Just ours was extended brain rot. Newground Madness Combat, yeah, Newground as well. So it's like we can't just say, oh, this generation is the only one with brain rot. Just theirs have very, 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 very short and, you know, way too many visual and audio stimuli. And also, they're only like 5 seconds long, so the attention span is no longer there, honestly. Gmod, Idiot Box was yours. We all had ours.
Sacrificing quality. And to do that, we gotta keep growing. So 75% of you guys aren't subscribed, and it would mean the world to me if you did, and I promise to give you more fire content. The disturbing rise of brain rot. Brain rot is the idea that exposure to certain content can turn you into an idiot. It's based on the belief that the internet is rotting the brains of kids who spend too much time watching.
Okay, this is ridiculous. This should not be happening. An iPad and a phone just to both use simultaneously. That is no. This parent is absolute fucking shit. It's like, I get it. This is probably the equivalent of having 2 screens on your computer. You're actively doing something, like playing games while listening to a video. But that's also called, autism. Kids dual wielding. You feel called out? You're welcome. It's like, I don't know how people do it where they can play a game and then listen to a video at the exact same time. I can't do that because otherwise I'll pause my game and I'll, like, you know, just watch the video. I can't do that. I will not have anything playing in the background while I play a game. I'm lucky enough that I still talk to you fuckers while I play a game. Half the time I forget about you. I don't do it on purpose because I don't love you. I just hyper-focus.
Videos online.
Gen Alpha content's some of the most incoherent brain dead I've ever seen in my life, okay? Like, I can physically feel my brain cells frying every second I spend watching them.
But this isn't just some theory. A mom saw it happen to her own sons. When the boys were toddlers, she would play videos on her iPad to keep them calm and entertained. It worked so well that she started calling the iPad Peace in a Pocket.
Okay, yeah, don't do that, honey muffin. Hey, Ava, how are you? Rude. I love you guys. I just focus. Would you rather me die all the time and then you guys... Actually, no. I know you guys want me to die all the time so then you can make fun of me. Fuckers. You guys just want me to fail. Oh, you little shits. See? This is why I... This is why I can't play fucking shooters. It's because you guys are like... She hates us. And then I'm trying not to get fucking domed. I'm playing Mount and Blade while watching this, by the way. Autism's real. I'm sorry I don't have autism powers. I just get hyper-focused. Nuh-uh, maybe... Shut up. Yay, call Lumi stream. Yay! It's nice seeing you, Ava. She hates it. I don't hate you guys. I love you guys. Oh yeah, speaking of I love you guys. We're gonna do the obligatory fucking super chat goal because why not? See, me do when do June iceberg. How do I spell iceberg? B-U-R-G-E, right? E-G? No, G-E. How do you spell iceberg? Oh well, I don't care anymore. Next stream. Oops, I misspelled it. Oh well. Oh well, I already put it out there. I just naturally can't spell. Leave me alone. Shut up. But yes, if we... Ice Castle in German. Oh, interesting. But yeah, we'll do Wendigoon Iceberg next stream. Iceberg is that in Germany. Next, you'll say you can't spell Probislavitz. Shut up. What the fuck is that spelling? Shut up! Quick level, pretend English isn't your first language. No habla inglés. Wendigoon Iceberg. No habla inglés.
Sometimes you have an important phone call or you've got a parent-teacher interview or whatever that you just can't be interrupted in, and it's so easy. It's peace in a pocket.
But that peace didn't last. By the time her sons were 9 and 7, they were exhibiting
For Goonburger in FPS games, thank you.
disturbing behavior. The boys didn't want to do anything except watch videos online and play games. They didn't even want to go to school or do homework. And when she tried to take the screens away, this happened.
And they would become sort of aggressive and throw tantrums and that sort of thing if they'd played for ages and ages.
She ended her story with a warning.
Again, this is why you don't give screens to your kids. This is why you just... No, I'm not saying your name. No. I know that there's already, you know, Arch having me read an entire first-person written article about some fucking OF whore with the... Oh, shit. Anyways. Don't give your kids iPads. And even if they're old enough to use the iPads, wait till after they're done with all their schoolwork and everything. It's like, I know, I get it. First-time parents don't want to say no to their children. But gentle parenting doesn't work either. The parents who do gentle parenting should not be parents. You cannot be your kid's friend. You have to be parent first, friend second. Ugh. It's just stupid. The fuck is gentle parenting? Oh my fucking god, Kata. Okay. So gentle parenting is like the parenting style where some mothers don't like to use the word no for their kids. They don't use no for their kids. They don't like telling their kids no. They don't punish their child when the child deserves it. They're just like, oh, it's okay, but we need to talk about this. We need to learn why we don't hit other kids. I'm not saying you're in trouble, but blah 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 blah. No. It's like you need to punish your kids appropriately when they need to be punished. It's like hell. I only got whipped with my dad's belt once and never again. 'Cause I know I fucked up. Sure, did I get hit with the buckle on accident because he kind of overswung? Sure, accidents happen. But I learned my lesson. And then I only got smacked on my ass once by my granny's paddle. It's because I stole cigarettes. I learned my lesson too. Never again. I was trying to be cool for my friends and stole cigarettes for them. I thought I was so smart. I was not. Don't be too hard either, lest your kids become socially anxious, mess, scared, unable to stand up for themselves. It's a balance. It's definitely a balance. No joke, my wife lost a friend because of gentle parenting. Lady got mad because wifey was too mean to her kids. Let her kids be brats to ours. Jeez. LumLum yelled at her dad, give me a belt. Hey, like I said, I got lucky with my kid. She is literally perfect. It's like the worst part about the kiddo is that she's lazy, like me. But otherwise, I have never had to punish her once. She has never, like, had to have, like, physical punishment at all. Absolutely none. Never yelled at her. Never nothing. But that's it. Just wait till her teenager. She's 13. Her teenage years are already here. But it's like, she's already gone through enough because she has celiac disease. She's had to have a spinal fusion done. She is she is immunocompromised. She has her own issues to deal with. Maybe if you want something good to react to, look up missing audio. Missing studio. Okay, I'll do that later. Be careful, you may likely be biased, so you may not see some issues. Oh no, I'm not biased. It's like, I can yap about my kid for so long, but we are here to look at bad parents and other stuff.
For other parents.
There is something about it that changes their brain.
And she was absolutely right. Researchers found that too much screen time physically changes kids' brains.
One result that keeps showing up, parts of the brain related to reading, language, and decision-making are often weaker in kids who have more screen time.
This shrinking of the brain is what we call brain rot, and by the time parents notice, it's already too late.
What's wrong?
I want an iPad. I really want an iPad.
Want to know what parents used to give their kids for, like, little learning things that look like an iPad? Leap pads. There are things called leap pads. I don't know if the company is still around, but give your kid a leap pad. Or books. Leap pad or books. For those of you who don't know what a leap pad is, let me pull it up here. The open image. Leap pads. I remember these from before they were touchscreen. Your daughter has a leap pad? Hell yeah, Kana. Leap pads. But yeah, these work fairly well as well. Just give your kids paper and a pencil. Yeah. It's like, unfortunately, a lot of kids learn differently as well. Some, like, for example, I am a very visual learner. So if someone is just yapping at me about something, it will not process through my little brain. If someone shows me what to do while explaining it, I will get it very quickly. It's all about, like, you know, styles of learning. Some people don't do well with, like, seeing something in front of their face. They need to be told it and visualize it themselves. That's how Moose Man learns. So it's like, you know, different things.
One mom shared a story about her 7-year-old daughter who got an iPad for Christmas. No one realized how addicted this girl was until her birthday party. The house was full of guests, presents, and cake, but none of it mattered. The girl did not talk to any children invited and spent the entire party playing Roblox on her iPad. Generation Alpha is defined as those born from 2010 to 2024. From the moment they could hold one, these kids had iPads in their hands. That's why they've been hit the hardest by brain rot.
She knew exactly how to start it up. She knew from the get-go.
From the moment she wakes up, Violet Bolton can't wait to get on her iPad.
There are about 2 billion.
Yeah, no, that's not right whatsoever. Screen time. This is why a lot of people have screen time. Only X amount of time throughout the day, or even sometimes X amount of time for the entire week. This is not it. Maybe learning in school is difficult for me. Didn't help if my teacher didn't like one of my parents. They would take it out on... Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's not right either. Honestly, looking how the younger generation is, I'm glad I'm a millennial. I was born in 1996, so I'm 28 right now. I will be 29 in July. You don't think young kiddos should have access at all? I don't think they should have access till they're teenagers. But I also think that in school, they need to have a internet safety course. Since they got rid of a bunch of shit in schools, they need to have a internet safety course. When you say your kid's 13, something ain't right. Bad situations in my past happened, and I had a kid young. A bad situation that I turned into a good one. all I will say is that dude's not around, and I would like him to be murdered and left out for the wolves. Anyways, let's continue.
Billion Gen Alphas living in the world. What happens when these brain rot kids step into the real world? iPad kids. Studies show that kids who spend too much time online are more defiant and rude to their parents. A perfect example of this happened on a flight from Germany in August 2017. A mother and her child boarded the plane, and right away, you could tell this was an iPad kid. The moment they sat down, the mother asked the flight attendant to turn on the Wi-Fi so her child could use their iPad. We don't know if the Wi-Fi was turned on or not, but as soon as the plane took off, all hell broke loose.
The passengers describe an 8-hour flight from hell with non-stop and nerve-jangling screaming and fussing. They even covered their ears to drown out the 3-year-old.
Yeah, nope. Nope, that is a bad parent. What the fuck? It's like, okay. There's a difference between, like, babies crying during a flight, because a lot of the times, the ears popping for babies is very painful. But toddlers and stuff? No. No. Jesus fucking Christ. I would say emergency landing and kick them off. This is just shit parenting right here. Get your kid a coloring book. This is why you despise children? It's like, it's not the child's fault. It's the parent's fault. It is the parent's fault. It's like, I hate the newer generation of parents letting their kids do this. You know how much emergency landings cost? Then put that bill on the fucking people, man. There should be a fine for parents to bring their kid like that on a plane. I agree. It's like, this is why, like, even if you absolutely have to have a iPad for your kid, this is why you have stuff that is available offline on there as well. There's such thing as downloading movies, games that are offline, stuff like that. I hate it.
No matter what anyone did, the child wouldn't calm down.
But he was climbing all over the chairs. He was just screaming, would not let up. He was running up and down the aisles.
Some people say the solution is simple. Punish the kid. Spank them. Take away their devices. But what happens when the kid isn't small anymore? Like this 15-year-old Gen Alpha boy who is 6 feet tall and 270 pounds. In September 2022, his mom allegedly took away his phone as punishment. In retaliation, he destroyed the entire house.
That's when you send him to military school. Send him to a fucking ranch. Beat them into submission. No, this is not fucking it. That is a big boy, but he needs to get shipped off somewhere. Military school. to military school. Honestly. That's honestly the only way that you're gonna... Why is the parent letting the child run around the aisle? I don't know. I mean, my town I grew up didn't trust the new plane, didn't have an 80-year-old World War II. In my town that I grew up in, I didn't trust the new plane, but I did trust an 80-year-old World War II C-47 that was converted into an airliner. Interesting. Them to the RNC. Juvie or boarding school? Jail. No, jail. Juvie, probably. Juvie, boarding school, military school. Something. 6 feet tall as a kid, dude's British grenade material. Do a musket and have him join the ranks. Right to jail right away. Stay hydrated. Don't worry, I have a Dr. Pepper. Holy shit! Kid fucking pulled the fridge out! Pulled the fridge out, pulled the stove out. Dude, he's lucky he didn't break a gas line. Imagine if he started a gas leak in his house. Ugh. And broke the marble island? He broke the marble island. Jesus.
Desperate for help, his mother
Nope, not gonna say anything. It's too easy.
started a GoFundMe to raise money for repairs. But when people started criticizing her son for being spoiled, she tried to change the story. She posted another video saying her son was mentally ill and that his meltdown wasn't over a phone, but the internet wasn't buying it. They thought she was only saying that so more people could feel sorry for her and donate. But this kind of aggression from kids is everywhere now, even in schools.
I've had a student throw chairs at me and shoes because...
Oh yeah. Kids like this is another reason why there is a shortage of teachers. Because they are not equipped to handle children like that. It's like there's a whole video that I seen last year, I believe, during the teacher strike. On where, like, people were just like, oh, the teachers need to know how to handle kids like this. And the teachers are like, the parents need to be, you know, handling their kids and punishing them as needed. The parents were blaming the teachers were blaming the parents. Everything was a fucking mess. But I'm on the side of the teachers here. It is because of the parents that their kids act like this. With how schools have classes structured now, there's too many kids for the teachers to handle one-on-one. There's not enough teachers to have more classes. There's not enough teachers or teachers' aides to get, like, you know, extra help in there. So it's not the teacher's fault. I'll see if I can find the video again. But it's a depressing reality. And there's teachers who do want to help the students, but they literally do not have the resources to.
I asked them to get their math book out, but they didn't want to.
And nothing triggers aggression faster than a parent taking away the iPad.
What? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Hey, Kata, are you still here? I need you to hop in a Discord call so you can say the things I can't say. Kata, are you still there? You already know. There you go. No. Only have Kata just say 3 things and leave. Okay, if someone says I dare you, take it as a challenge, no! Alright, let's keep going.
People have been sharing videos of their children literally having meltdowns after taking the iPad away from them. I mean, this one is literally picking up a chair to throw it.
But Gen Alpha kids who aren't lashing out are facing a different emotional problem: depression. In 2021, researchers found that high school kids who spend too much time on TikTok experience memory loss, depression, stress, and anxiety. Sometimes even healthy teens start believing they have a mental disorder just because they saw it on TikTok.
Oh, no. No. Okay. This is another thing about TikTok that pisses me the fuck off that isn't a new topic. It's not a new topic. But with how much mental illness is glorified on that fucking app, how many people fake mental disorders and mental disabilities just to get popular on TikTok? Like, there's people who fake Tourette's, people who fake dissociative identity disorder, people who fake depression, people who fake BPD, people who fake literally everything. It's fucked up, man. And it's like, yes, there's also beauty standards and all that. People using filters over everything to make themselves look like that, whatever. But Photoshop has been around since, we were younger. So this isn't new. Mental illness is not a fad. It can be genuinely life-ruining. Yes. And also, don't forget, there's also the people who pretend to be trans. The whole transgender thing, that entire mess. People are like, oh my god, if you feel like this, then you're this. Oh, if you feel these 5 things, that means you're probably trans. Me. No. Trenders is a word, is a thing for a reason. It's like, I remember before Hunter Avallone went fucking insane and went from a normal person to a super far lefty, I think, after he got married. He was calling out trenders for quite some time. And now he's just psychotic. Alright, Flying Workin', have a good one. Now that's a name you haven't heard in a long time. Oh yeah, Hunter Avallone. I used to be a fan of his stuff, and then he went psychotic. It was either after he got married or after he had his kid that he just went off the deep end. Oh well. We lost one. It sucks.
Important story for parents to hear. Rise in teens on TikTok self-diagnosing themselves with rare mental health disorders, in most cases that they don't have, after watching videos on the social platform.
But it doesn't stop at wrong diagnoses. In one bizarre case, teens actually developed physical symptoms.
Teenage girls showing up at their doctor's office with these strange tics, these strange movements.
Yeah, the fake Tourette's. Yeah. I remember this. Hunter had a kid? Yeah. He has a daughter, I believe. Yeah, I remember the whole, it's like, social contagion is a very strong thing. No, Avallone, not Biden. Hunter Avallone. Under the sea, Arch is drowning, Lumi is pouncing. Thank you. Literally had a South Park episode about this years before it happened. Yes. It's like, people forget that mass hysteria is a thing. And with what's going on with TikTok and everything, that's essentially mass hysteria. There's a clip of Tim Pool, Beanie Man, destroying him in a debate was funny. Oh, nice. Wait, did you see... would have been sent to the Stone Age or next week. Yeah, I Haven't said anything weird today to make Art sad, have you? No, not yet.
Movements, jerking movements. Nobody could figure out why.
Doctors were baffled. It took a team of investigative reporters to solve the mystery.
According to a recent Wall Street Journal article, doctors say all the girls have one thing in common. They're watching TikTok videos of people with Tourette's syndrome, which is a neurological disorder that can cause physical tics.
No wonder TikTok is called the worst social media platform of all. It's pure brain rot. This next brain rot problem destroys the innocence of kids. Inappropriate content for kids.
Oh boy, howdy. Do we want to make a prediction on what the inappropriate content for kids is, guys? Is it going to be gore with cartoon characters? Is it going to be trans people? Is it going to be overly sexualized versions of different characters from various shows and movies? I think it would probably be all of them. Other than being a woman, you've done nothing disappointing. Shut up. Hexy, you shit. Trick or treat. Why? Why do you guys do? Trick or treat. Would you like to smell my feet? Shit. You little shit, Hexy.
Kids who spend all their time online don't have to go looking for adult content. It finds them. First, they stumble upon viral memes that might be funny.
Oh, is this going to be talking about Elsagate? This is going to be Elsagate, isn't it?
For an adult, but can be extremely harmful for a child. For example, there are plenty of instances of children quoting the Haktua meme without understanding what it means. There's even a children's song about Haktua that stayed up on YouTube Kids for 3 days. We've also seen kids making jokes about P. Diddy and baby oil. That's not something a child should know about, but inappropriate jokes are just the beginning. Once a kid falls into toxic content, it only gets worse. Some as young as 9 are addicted to mature videos. Others watch real-life gore and fetish content, and this exposure changes them. They start talking and acting differently. Some get so edgy they want to get physical with the cops.
And then he has to provide his ID.
Yeah, you know what? Y'all know what? The police, the Freemasons suck my.
Although TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter try to filter the worst content, kids still find it because they're always online. Before we explain the next way brain rot is destroying Generation Alpha, there's one question we need to answer. If brain rot content is so bad, why do creators keep making it?
Money. Money is the answer. Mercenary, thank you for it too. TikTok is China's weapon. They banned it in China. No, they didn't ban TikTok in China. They just have a different algorithm than the rest of us. Doppelganger, thank you for 5. Oh, sure, you read the feet chat, but won't read mine where it's nice and wanted cuddles. I don't remember you saying that. Will Spain, thank you for the 2. Or doing the world's oldest job through live streams. 4 should stay in the dark recesses of the internet.
Getting rich from brain rot. Brain rot isn't just about too much screen time. It's also about the fast, flashy content kids watch online that messes with their brains.
You can use it in 2 ways. You could say, that's brain rot. Yes. Or you can say, that video gave me brain rot. 2 ways.
While brain rot content is destroying Gen Alpha, it's making those creating it filthy rich. Let's look at the numbers, starting with one of the worst offenders, CocoMelon. Right now, CocoMelon's YouTube channel has 189 million subscribers and 1,400 videos.
I never understood CocoMelon. I've never actually seen a CocoMelon video before. It's like, it looks like something to either hold an infant's attention or someone with severe autism. One of those two. But I never understood it. Fun fact, TikTok is notably banned in China. Got a similar app called Douyin. Operates under the same parent company. I see. CocoMelon's beyond awful. I've only heard this maybe twice and I know nothing else. Remember another video on how CocoMelon is like a focus test to be the absolute most attention grabbing thing possible. honestly have autism and you're not watching it. Fair.
And those videos have been watched 196 billion times. And every single one of those views puts money in their pockets. However, their biggest payday came in 2021 when the studio behind CoComelon was sold for $3 billion. But CoComelon isn't the only show cashing in on brain rot. According to Forbes, the Baby Shark dance video earns around $283,000 each month. That's about $9,400 a day. We can't talk about brain rot shows without Skibbity Toilet. It's a nonsensical YouTube series about toilets with human.
Okay, it's like Skibbity Toilet is like absolute fucking brain rot bullshit. But this honestly isn't much better than the source filmmaker stuff that we watched when we were younger. It's like, hold on, let me see. Let's see. It's called oh, here we go. Copy link. We had this when we were younger. Granted, this was only 6 years ago for an extravagant picnic.
Oh. Howdy, partner. Good day to you. Abort, abort, help us.
Don't get black for this. I enjoy Skibbity Toilet. I treat it like Undertale by ignoring the fan base.
Piece of piece.
Okay, wait for the brain rot.
Stop!
TF2 voices? Yes.
It was long trip.
Move your ass, Sputnik. Shit. This is a good lock.
What? Lumi bad? Did you see Happy Tree Friends back in the day? Oh, I fucking love Happy Tree Friends. Fucking loved Happy Tree Friends. It's all great. How's the fishing season? Brain rot. Terrible. Still better than Skibbity Toilet? Yes. Might be too autistic for this type of stuff? Very fair. Skyrim brain rot is the only brain rot you advocate. You know what? Fair. Shut up.
Heads in the bowls, but it gets over 30 million views per video and could earn up to $23 million per year.
I wish I could
from
earn that
YouTube
much money
alone. But it's not just videos. Even social media platforms are worsening brain rot by making their apps more addictive. Scrolling on TikTok has been compared to playing a slot machine in a casino. Every short video gives a tiny hint of dopamine, making users more addicted. Now, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram are copying TikTok, pushing short videos to keep people hooked. And it's paying off. Here's a table showing how much social media platforms earn in 2024.
That's a lot of fucking money. Creative Skibbity should have untold things done to them for releasing the chaos on us. Hail Pocket Fish, hello. Candy Mountain Charlie. Oh, Charlie the Unicorn was great. Llamas with Hats, also great. I still need to watch the new episode that came out.
It ranges from $800 million to $80 billion. Despite the warnings, nobody is stopping. If anything, they're doubling down because brain rot is a gold mine. This next problem is serious because it affects Gen Alpha's daily life. A generation that can't communicate. Watch this video and see if you understand what this kid is saying.
Gibbities and Keep your phantom high, but Sigma's higher. And remember, it's just alcohol!
Sounds like complete nonsense, right? But believe it or not, this is how many Gen Alpha kids talk.
We all had our own slang. But each generation has their own slang. Lumi, what's your thought on the new unicorn horror movie that's coming out? I'm sick of seeing Jenna Ortega everywhere. I'm not gonna watch it. I think the SFM stuff kind of grew out of older trends dating back to the motion stop Lego vids. Telling story through tools and assets easily available. Not really saying. Yeah, fair. He's just reenacting. Yeah. Slang's one thing, but I was a teen when you were using it. Yeah. There's slang, then there's talking in code. Yeah. Kids don't belong online? No, they do not. You remember the Human Centipede? Oh yeah, I do. Human Centipede 2 is a much better movie than the first one. The third one was absolutely fucking trash. I've seen all of them.
Now, it's called brain rot slang.
I do a GRWM for my OOTD, but I don't have the proper ring light they tell me I need.
This slang only makes sense if you're deep into online culture. Otherwise, it's gibberish. It's so frustrating that a TV show host brought her own Gen Alpha son on live television.
Oh, hey, Asahara. No, Lumi's slang is like 1 or 2 words, not 90% of the words in one sentence. Fair. Lumi, I had slang when I was a kid, but I happened smack for saying something like that because make other things my parents were giving me alcohol. That's fair.
Just to explain this bizarre way of speaking.
When you say skibbity toilet, what are you talking about? Are you just talking about that? Or is it just a funny thing to say?
But every brain rot word has a meaning. Riz is short for charisma, only in Ohio refers to anything that's strange or random. And skibbity can mean good, cool, bad, evil, or dumb, depending on the context. There are so many of these terms that someone started a brain rot dictionary to keep track. But brain rot slang is not a laughing matter. Many teachers have noticed that kids who speak brain rot struggle to switch back to normal English. It's like they're forgetting how to talk properly. But at least teenagers can still talk. Toddlers, on the other hand, are losing their ability to speak at all. My mother shared her experience with CoComelon, one of the worst brain rot shows. My youngest was watching CoComelon almost every day, and I just thought he was taking a bit longer with his speech. But after I cut it out, his speech picked up almost instantly. He started saying simple words like mama and dada that he hadn't said before. There's a reason for this.
It's like, okay, a lot of this stuff just seems like a weird government fucking psyop. And where it's like, it's literally brainwashing the kids to make them fucking retarded. Can we start the apocalypse, please? No! No, we're not starting the apocalypse yet. Kids are getting tarded, nothing new. Yeah. I come in and the first thing you hear is skibbity toilet, truly trash fishing. Yes. CoComelon is apparently designed to keep little ones captivated by any means possible. Lumi, want to see the ocean? That's nice. How has this become a whole new dialect? I don't fucking know. The government wishes it was that compliant, honestly. 90% of it could be avoided if parents took some fucking responsibility. It's like, I'm trying to think on how to word this correctly. Because with how the economy is, parents aren't interacting with their kids as much, especially if both parents are working. Then a lot of the time, the kids are stuck at daycares. Those daycares don't give a shit about those kids as long as they're still breathing. So, like, it's not a super easy fix without one of the parents being able to be home more. Because it's either the daycares are giving them electronics, or they're stuck home alone and all they have is the electronics. It's like, It's a complicated thing to fix until we're able to, you know, have at least more time spent home. Give them books. Daycares don't give a shit about the kids. They don't. They really fucking don't. Have you seen the amount of bullshit that happens at daycares? Kids fucking beat each other. It's like, it's not a legal requirement for daycares to have cameras in their buildings or around their buildings. That's how a lot of daycares get away with things. Children die in daycares, and there's no way to prove what happened because there's no cameras there. There was literally a daycare worker that beat a child to death. It's just like, ugh. It's a messed up cycle, and it's gonna take a long time until we can actually, you know, get it fixed. Survival of the fittest starts in kindergarten? Yeah. Got bitten by a 15-year-old at summer camp. You were 8? Jesus. Daycare sounds more hardcore than you remember. It's like when I was younger, when I went to daycare, my daycare was ran out of a church, and people actually cared about us. Is like, people don't care anymore. They don't. Not just kids die Lumi, but kids also get worse done to them, and no one says anything because the child usually is too afraid. Yeah. What did the daycare workers' honor get disgraced? Like, I don't know. It's just latchkey kids were a thing. At least they were allowed to go outside and socialize. Yeah. What's going on in your daycares? It's around the United States. Most of the daycares are funded by the state. And you know, state-run anything is not the highest quality. Got a dent in your skull from a kid hitting you in the head with a big broom from behind? Oh. It's just... It's a system that's rotten to the fucking core. Generation Alpha has been absolutely cooked by Cocomelon. PewDiePie was right. I agree. Sounds like you went from high trust to low trust society. Yes. Not the highest quality, yet it costs the most money. Yeah. If you ever have a kid, you're not putting him in a daycare? That's good. Because and daycares are stupidly expensive too. Because say that you want to put them in a decent daycare. Daycares can cost like hundreds of dollars per week. Sometimes thousands of dollars per week. It's I don't know. Society is failing our children. Because you can try your best to raise your kids, but if you don't have the money or able to raise your kids from home without sending them to daycare, there's unfortunately not much you can do. It's just like, I'm lucky I had a supportive family system that helped me out. But if I didn't have that, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know if I'd be here. I don't know. It's just, it's a whole thing. It's like, this is the type of experience that, like, you're only able to talk with some, like, you're only able to really talk and have any meaning behind your words if you've experienced stuff like that yourself. It's like, would you guys listen to Arch, for example, if he tried talking about the shit quality that kids are being raised in? If he hasn't actually grew up in like a middle to poor class family. Because I was raised in like a lower middle class family. I didn't have the nicest things growing up. It's like my dad was in a gang. My mom was addicted to opioids. I've had money stolen from me since the day I started working when I was 14 years old. I will never there's tens of thousands of dollars I will never see because my parents stole my money from me. It is just, it's only something you can really talk about if you've actually experienced it. I'm getting too much into sad topics. I apologize, guys. I apologize for the little mini trauma dump. Super chats. Thank you for 5. Bring back child labor. Teach them to be responsible. I think that would help a little bit. Anthony, thank you for your time. My best friend and I knocked each other's teeth out when we fought when we first met. One of the best relationships he ever had. Oh, very good. Arch is a rich boy, but he did know poor kids like whose family literally couldn't afford to wash. Yeah, that's fair. Your revenge on thy parents? No. It's like my parents have gotten better since then. But like at the time, it was not a good situation. I know I'll not, like, my parents will never be able to pay me back. But they're trying to be better. Alright, let's continue.
For starters, the scenes in Cocomelon change every 1 to 3 seconds.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
It's so fast that kids barely have time to process what's happening on screen. Secondly, the colors in Cocomelon are at maximum saturation, which can overwhelm a child's developing brain. Last but not least, Cocomelon has repetitive songs and high-pitched sounds, all designed to grab and hold a child's focus.
And all of that is
It's like, okay, this reminds me of a YouTube channel that my kid actually told me about. It's like, apparently back when she was a bit younger, they actually did videos of substance, and now they just do pure brain rot. And they're called, Lanky Box. Yeah, here they are. A copy link address. This channel. Shut the fuck up. Lanky Box. This is a very popular brain rot channel now, but back in the day they used to actually do like skits and everything. They used to like recreate movie scenes and everything, or make fun of music videos and everything and all that. They would just make fun of music videos, make their own little parodies of stuff. But now all they do is absolute pure brain rot content. And they make an assload of money off of this. They went from doing it for fun to doing it for pure profit. What's weird is that they were making really good views even back then. Yeah. It's sad when you can see when they started to just do it for pure profit. Hey, Hypnotic and Rapture, how are you? What would you do for money? I honestly don't know. Depends how much. Lumiano, Brain Rot channel your brother watched, your mother continued to let him watch despite your attempts to stop it. Super Mario Logan. Why does that sound familiar? I know what new brain rot that's not just affecting kids but also adults. What's the new brain rot? Would you be a fish on the internet? Who's Brian Rot? Brain rot, not Brian Rot. Video shorts. Oh yeah. Logan Paul. Ugh. Logan Paul is a whole different fucking... I don't like the Paul brothers. And did you see that the Paul brothers are getting their own fucking documentary and shit? Ugh.
Happening simultaneously. The child is being overstimulated.
And that overstimulation comes with consequences.
Instead of the child singing along or, rehearsing the lessons in the show, they are just mesmerized by what is happening. All of the different senses that are being stimulated in the moment of watching, and it actually causes them to become nonverbal.
It's a national crisis. A 2023 survey found that 1 in 5 children were behind with their talking and understanding of words. That's the highest number ever recorded. Talking is how people express themselves. So what happens when an entire generation grows up only knowing how to speak in brain rot? Or worse, what happens when they can't speak at all? Following the cool kids.
Man, these are our future leaders, everybody. You remember the Island Boys? Oh yeah, I remember. Yep, kids aren't given time to process what's happening. Yeah, it's just like Brian Rod is friends with Abby Normal. Hope you get the reference. You're funny. Watched tablet raised kids for the past 15 or so years. It's just not daycare. Yeah, it's a mix of both. It's a mix of both, honestly. Mercenary, thank you for the 2. This makes me want to reset the internet to AOL days. Oh, man.
Brain rot has trained Gen Alpha not to think. So when a new TikTok trend goes viral, they don't stop to ask, is this a bad idea? They just jump in, and sometimes it ends in disaster. Take the outlet challenge. Kids were...
Motherfucker, what the hell is the outlet challenge? I have never heard this.
Shoving coins into
You know? Maybe Darwinism isn't that bad. You know? Are we sure we need to stop people? Can we just make Darwinism, just good again? Apparently it's a challenge from 2020. Lumi saw that. Yes, I've seen Idiocracy. It's like, okay, this reminds me, like, my youngest sister was like 6 years old. This was when we were living in an apartment and shit. My youngest sister was up on my bunk bed because I always like the top bunk because I'm the oldest, I'm superior. And I had to change the light bulb. My youngest sister decided it was a very smart idea to climb up on my bunk and put a coin in the light socket. She was 6. She was an idiot. She shocked herself. She learned not to do that anymore. That was an accident because she was a curious fucking 6-year-old. This is stupid. Oh my fucking god, what the hell?
Electric sockets just to make sparks fly. Or the devious licks challenge, where kids film themselves stealing from their own schools. And those who got caught got in trouble.
Friend's been expelled from school for riding his scooter after hours and stealing a handicap parking sign from the school.
And worst of them all, the blackout challenge. That one was fatal.
Yeah. The blackout challenge was just pure Darwinism. Oh yeah, fucking choke yourself until you black out. Maybe you'll die, maybe you won't. Jesus.
This isn't just about dumb TikTok trends, it's about an entire generation of kids losing their ability to learn. The dumb generation. Brain rot has messed with Gen Alpha's brains so badly, they can't even study.
We are in a crisis mode in American schools.
On TikTok, videos about Gen Alpha struggling to read have almost 417 million views.
I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level.
Even the kids who can read can only handle simple sentences or scan headlines, but ask them to read something longer or more complex, they shut down. And then there's the problem of low attention spans.
They can't even attend to a video. They can't even attend to a 3-minute video clip. I can play it, I can tell them what it's going to be about, I can summarize what the video did, and not a single one can tell me what the video was about.
As if being distracted and unable to read wasn't bad enough.
There's some teachers that are starting to put like Subway Surfers and Minecraft parkour videos on next to their presentations, because that's the only way kids are paying attention. It is absolutely insane. Ugh. Blackout Challenge isn't new. Yeah, I know it's not new, but like, it's insane that it keeps coming back.
Gen Alpha is also making their teachers' lives miserable.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life. They don't respect any authority. You ask them, can you stand in your designated spot? They're telling you no and shut up.
In 2023, reading and math scores among 13-year-olds in the US fell to their lowest levels in decades. That's solid proof brain rot is destroying the education of an entire generation.
And we are expecting them to go to college and obtain jobs when they cannot even comprehend basic skills.
Brain rot content won't disappear because it's too profitable. But parents can control what their kids watch, and that choice changes everything. More importantly, kids need time away from their screens. And if you're Gen Alpha and you're watching this, here's my advice. Don't let brain rot ruin your future. Visual Venture.
It's depressing, and like, hold on here. Gen Alpha versus... Okay, here, Amir made a good video. Hold on, Amir. I'll get you in a second. These kids are this dumb, write them off as lost and dispose of... Unfortunately, it's not just a small portion of children that are like this. Blackout is like Blue Whale Challenge? Yeah. It's just like, I pray rumors of quantum learning is true. I don't know. I really don't. But Amir made a video about this last year. Where it's just like, it's insane. It's fucking insane.
I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level.
The kids are struggling. They can barely read, they're being disrespectful, and they're making teachers quit in droves. My name is Amir Odom, and in today's video, we will be talking about the countless videos from teachers all across America highlighting how bad it has gotten within our public school system.
My mom said I had the rights to beat your ass.
And this is one of the reasons why I quit. After a degree, after clinicals, after 5 years of teaching, one of those reasons is why I quit.
That right there, definitely a parenting issue and cultural issue, to the point where you have students saying, oh, my mother said I have the right to beat your ass to a T.
Yeah, no, you don't, you don't fucking do that. It's like, it's the fault of the parents that kids are treating their teachers like fucking shit. And I'm sorry, I'm generalizing here. But if someone's parent is saying, my mama said I have the right to beat your ass, I'm sorry, that's some ghetto fucking shit right there. My mama said I have the right to beat your ass. No, you don't have the right to beat anybody's ass. The fuck is wrong with you? No.
Teacher to an adult who's supposed to be leading you. See, a lot of these parents, we're gonna get into that in another video, but a lot of these parents really think that school is just daycare, and that when the child comes home, there's nothing that the parent needs to be doing to further their education.
And what had happened was I had a difficult student who he would come in high, he would sleep all class period, wrote him up, admin did absolutely nothing. To a point to where some admin were deleting my referrals, deleting them.
See, and that's a big difference because when I was in high school, it was common for students to come into school high, whether it be like whatever type of substance they were coming in high or being disrespectful. They were gone. They were sent to the bad school.
Yeah, it's like I agree with Amir here. We have a whole ass special school that, you know, you sent the bad kids to. There is a whole school that you put the ones that are like, you know what, they're not fucking worth keeping around. It's just like, or even if they weren't that bad to get sent to the fucked up school, you went to ISS, in school suspension, and then you had a guard watching you. So they made sure that your ass doesn't skip. This is a problem. This isn't even just Gen Alpha, it's Gen Z too doing this. Say Linguist, thank you for the, I think that's a check 50. Recent public school, high school graduates are functionally illiterate. Sounds about right. School leadership was replaced as Soros-backed. Sounds about right. It's so tiring. Peep didn't have ISS in grade school, though Peep knew what other schools did. Yeah. Well, ISS was mostly high school. And for parents needing a license for having kids.
School and for the county, like they were either expelled or sent away to the bad school, but the bad students always were made an example of. But I don't think that's happening anymore.
Man, where were you like 30 minutes ago when I needed somebody of higher melanin than me to speak some words I'm not allowed to say? But I adore Amir. He's fucking great.
And my last straw was the same kid. We were about to read. The audio was for 10 minutes and 16 seconds. 10 minutes and 16 seconds, I was asking students to put their phone away. And I kept asking him, and he wouldn't oblige. And he turns around to me, and he says, "You annoying as." That day, I put in all my sick time. I put my 2 weeks in. I walked out. I ain't been back since. My stuff still.
Yeah. Again, this is why teachers are quitting. This is why teachers are fucking quitting. They feel like they do not have the mental capacity or just capacity in general to deal with kids like this. I don't fucking blame them either. This is a trend that is just going to keep getting worse. More and more teachers are just going to start quitting.
Sitting in that desk.
That's not funny that it happened to her, but it's just like I can't even, what? It's something I can't even comprehend. If it's gotten to the point where not even admin is doing anything about it, it's no wonder why a lot of these teachers are quitting in droves.
I'm walking right out the door. I won't ever be back.
And that's just, that there's more of.
It's like, okay, this is one thing, like, this is one type of teacher that I will always feel fucking bad for. And it is the ones that have been teaching for, like, literal decades. The old women teachers that were always there for their students, wanting them to succeed. And then this shit fucking generation got into the schools. And these teachers feel like they can't do anything anymore. Hearing the old ladies just get sad and everything, and these kids laughing at her breaks my fucking heart every single time I see it. Oh, it's like, because these kids don't take their teachers seriously. They don't. They laugh, they think the teacher will just be back, and then they learn the teacher is not coming back, and then they're like, wow, that sucks. And it's just, it's heartbreaking. It's like my elementary school teacher, my first grade teacher, still works at the elementary school that I went to. She was my kid's first grade teacher. She's still there. Which reminds me, I need to go visit. I need to go visit again. I miss my old teachers.
of this that's going on of teachers just walking out. But do you know how much abuse that teacher has to be going through in order for you to just get up and leave your job? You know how long the abuse has been going on, the disrespect from the students, to where teachers just feel helpless.
I don't know who you people think you are, but you don't treat anybody like this. It's not funny.
He's fed up, and it's sad because you hear the students in the back snickering as if nothing's gone wrong. I always heard that there's been an issue going on in public school, especially since COVID times. A lot of the students have been more disrespectful, but I didn't know it was this bad, and I didn't know it got to the point where you actually have students assaulting teachers. Like, obviously, I can't show y'all the
Hold on, is he gonna talk about the one kid that literally almost beat his teacher to death for taking away the Switch? Or is this another student that beat the fuck out of their teacher? It sucks that there's more than one example that I could think of. Mercenary, thank you for the 2. I was always stuck with the special needs kids in high school. That's not always fun. I think it may have saved my life compared to the rest. You know what? That's a good thing. Ellis, thank you for the 5. You give these animals too much credit. They cheer when they get teachers to quit. It sucks.
Students assaulting the teachers, but these articles I found, sincerely.
Oh, yep. Yep, this is it. Sincerely hope he gets the help he needs. Teacher walks to KHOU about getting punched in the face by students. Wait, no, this is a male teacher. This isn't the female teacher. This is somebody else. Jesus.
Really hope he gets the help he needs. Teacher talks to KHOU about getting punched in the face by student. This teacher got punched in the face.
Oh, fuck. Did you see that?
Face by student. This teacher got
Teacher, student, you can see him fucking bring his arm back to wind up for that punch.
Got punched in the face by a student. This was 9 months ago. Another one 3 months ago. High school student throws chair across classroom, hits teacher in head.
I remember that one. Oh, I fucking remember that one.
Months ago. High school student throws chair across classroom, hits teacher in head.
Yep. And unfortunately, the usual suspects.
Head. Victim, the teacher hospitalized. What is in the water? What is going on with these children to the point, like, you know, and I'm saving this for a bigger.
Oh, no. This one happened in Flint, Michigan. Flint Community School Superintendent. They're not talking about the 6-year-old that shot its... Huh?
Bigger deep dive in a future video, so be sure to subscribe. But by all means, I want to sit here and we're gonna go through a lot of videos talking about the disrespect that is coming from Gen Alpha and Gen Z. But those generations, they have parents, most of them being millennials. So as much as we want to talk about the problems within our school system and what's going on with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, there is a bigger discussion to be had with who's raising these children and how they're being raised and what they have access to, and, you know, the things that's on their mind. Because for students to have that much disrespect to sit here and throw a chair across the classroom and knock their teacher out, putting them in the hospital, you hear about that once in a blue moon. But again, not this common for harassing and harming teachers. And it comes to no surprise why they're just quitting in droves. Teachers across the country are quitting due to student violence. This one right here, 1 in 8 teachers experienced physical violence from students last year, highlighting the prevalence of student aggression.
That is absolutely fucking insane. Just, I'm happy I live in an area where the teachers actually enjoy their jobs and the kids aren't absolutely fucking insane. It's like, sure, there's the occasional threat of shooting up the school, or they just a joke saying, oh, haha, what if I bring a weapon to school? But those are just idiot teenagers being idiot teenagers. But that only happens like once a year. It's so sad. Abby Zerner, the teacher's name, shot by a 6-year-old. They don't like talking about that one because it's inconvenient. Jesus.
And towards educators. 1 in 8 teachers experience physical violence. Where is the respect gone? A study found that 84% of public school administrators stated that student behavior worsened during the pandemic. Yeah, that's a lot. 84% saying it's been a rise since the pandemic, but that was 4 years ago. It's 2024. Why are these students so acting the way they're acting? And it's trickling down up to, the 4 and 5-year-olds. It's literally all grades, all ages of just hot mess in these public schools. And if you've been here for the past few months, you know that I use the Ground News for all my news and research. That is my hub. This is where I go. They have been a long-time partner and sponsor of the channel here, so I just love them, mainly for the reasons that we see here on the screen. So regarding the teachers quitting, coverage details, you see mainly the right reporting it, a little bit of the center.
Oh yeah, of course the right's gonna report on it some more because according to the left, it's the teacher's fault that this is happening. Oh, we can't report on that because it will make the numbers look bad. There was a case in Sweden where a student kicked a pregnant teacher, oh shit. That sucks. Hypnotic Rapture, thank you for the 5. During my parents' generation, you would be scared of the teacher and parents. You would be black and blue at school and home. And yada on tree punishment. Furin, thank you for the 10. If somebody gets kids, they will be forced exclusively. If I someday get kids, they'll be forced to exclusively watch hour-long videos and play Paradox games. Jokes aside, I finally understand my parents, and I am very thankful for them being more strict. Yeah. It's like, I wish my parents kept an eye on me a little better. Honestly. But what can you do? It's like I've learned from my traumas, and I'm happy I can be a better parent.
You can see the bias distribution. Why isn't the left talking about this? It makes me wonder and do a bigger analytical deep dive on what school systems are experiencing this crime and in what cities. And it makes me want to see if the crime is happening within private schools. Because there is, a political discrepancy between private schools and public schools. It's like, what is the demographic of the parents of these children and where do these kids live? And why isn't the left talking about this? You don't see the factuality, you can see.
Oh, look it. There's your Florida story. I forgot who was saying, wow, surprised not to see any Florida stories. There you go. You believe that the kid with the switch was a legit special needs kid that should honestly have been in a special school? Yeah.
See, it's a little bit mixed. Ownership, the sources covering this, there are from media conglomerates, which, this isn't really pushing a narrative. It's more so just highlighting the issue going on in the United States. And not only that, but my utmost favorite feature from Ground News is called Blind Spot. And Blind Spot is a really cool feature that shows you everything that
Mary,
the left
I love you, but
makes sense because the NRA is mainly Republican funded. The ads-based model is the main source of a lot of problems within the news.
Yes, thank you,
Mighty
Amir.
team behind Ground News that is working diligent and hard to hold the media accountable. So again, check out ground.news/Amir to learn more.
These kids are fucking cracking up while this dude is crashing the fuck out. I don't... It's like, what the fuck caused him to crash out like this? This is absolutely fucking insane.
Oh.
Don't you come cry. Enough is again.
I'm so surprised. Well, actually, I'm not surprised by the amount of support that are in the comments for that teacher. I'm not saying whether I support what that teacher has done or not, so don't even be looking for me to say anything like that. All I know is that teachers are human beings, and a lot of times people...
Is he on drugs? No. This is about how teachers are just getting disrespected by their students. Now, that was a teacher crashing out because his students are just not being respectful. So this was getting built up. This was built up like aggression. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised we haven't seen more teacher crash outs like that.
Forget that. For someone to be pushed to the point of yelling like that in a professional setting, like his entire livelihood, his money, his dignity was on the line, and he threw it all out the window. That means something. Either that guy is not very mentally stable, which I don't know him, but from what I've seen, the fact that he's in that classroom tells me that he was extremely and utterly disrespected.
Yep. For far too long. Like I was mentioning before, it takes a lot for a teacher to do that. They're not just like, you know what you're getting yourself into when you're teaching, but you don't expect what's been happening the past few years. That's what you don't expect, and that's what you don't deserve. I'm surprised that I'm glad the teacher didn't assault nobody, but it's clear the teacher's out here throwing desks that he was completely fed up.
And another thing I want you all to notice is how quiet the entire class is whenever that teacher is doing what he's doing. It's sad that it had to come to that.
Yeah, and I think she pointed out a good point that
It's like, I think the only reason why that classroom is quiet is because they did not expect him to start crashing out. There was one kid that you can see that he was just quietly laughing. But other than that, that is just ridiculous. Teenagers can be really malicious. Yeah, teenagers are fucking assholes when they want to be. Kids can be fucking assholes when they want to be. Because the thing about teenagers is that they love pushing the limits. We all know this. We were all teenagers at one point. We love seeing just how far we can go before we get in trouble. That's how we learned about consequences to our actions. But nowadays, a lot of parents don't want to teach kids the consequences of their actions. Unless it's really bad. Teens rebel naturally, yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know what fucking happened since I was a teen on why this behavior is just out of fucking control. Now trouble's tolerated and you end up with Johnny Somali. Blech. Disgusting. Time to go to work. Have a good one, Lumi. Have fun, chat. All right, Lou. Have a good day at work. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out.
the class was silent, because if the class was panicking, to me, that tells me that, yeah, the teacher's clearly having a mental breakdown. But the fact that the class is silent, they're almost aware of how that teacher's being treated and aware that his actions are correlated to how he's been treated the past few months or whatever it has been.
Even with me sometimes, as an assistant principal, that students are just not listening. They can be extremely disrespectful, and this is not all of them. I'm not going to give a blanket statement because there are some amazing kids out there, but there are some students who have learned to treat adults this way because they do that at home, and they think that it's going to translate well with a stranger or someone that they just met, like a teacher. But I want to know what your thoughts are.
A lot of this falls right back to the home, and either A, these students are talking to their parents like that and the parents don't care, or B, there is abuse going on at home. There is something that's going on with the child to the point where they're acting out at school. The teachers are fed up, and here's another teacher.
It's like that I do agree with Amir on. Teenagers act out in two ways. One, there's literally no stability at home. No one gives a shit, so they do whatever the fuck they want to do. Or they're acting out outside of the home because they are getting beat at home. They feel like they have no power. And the only way they can feel like they are able to have the upper hand on somebody or feel like they do have power somewhere, they are highly aggressive to other people outside of the home. I've seen things like that before. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's a thing where ever since we deprioritized family structures in really any society, things started going downhill. Ever since we said that family isn't important anymore, things have started going downhill. I don't know how we can fix this. I really don't. Especially since the cost of literally everything depends on both parents working. Like, absolutely fucking maximum hours to be able to afford anything. I don't know how we can fix this. Oh, the family structure is actively under attack? Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how we could fix this. Because it's gonna need to be a complete restructuring of a lot of things. They don't want split loyalties in a totalitarian state system. Nothing but the state. The state is the family now. I hate that. I fucking hate that. Bring back the paddle. I don't think the paddle is going to fix anything. For a start, get rid of college professors who say this is a good thing. Ejection of the communist curriculums would help. More than just education, they've been dismantling the structure for many decades. I think they started dismantling it. One, I blame feminism. Because if it wasn't, I'm sorry, but feminism was a mistake. Ever since women got the right to vote and then right to work and everything, they were like, huh, how can we capitalize off this? Let's make everything expensive to the point where both parents have to be working. Ugh. It's like, we need to have one parent home again. We need to have at least one parent home again. Because otherwise there's going to be no properly raising the children. Even the fucking rich people, they don't even parent their own kids. They have nannies to do that. Ugh. I don't know. It's so fucking sad. I hate it. I hate all of this. We need some way to incentivize parenthood. I don't know how we can do that. It's like, I think it was, what is it? I don't know what country it was, but I seen a news article pop up saying that in whatever country, if a woman has one child, she doesn't have to pay taxes for X amount of time. If a woman has more than 3 children, she never has to pay taxes again. This Hungary? Was this Hungary? Okay. Okay, it was Hungary. We need something like that. Honestly. But it's like, they need to do it in a way to where they can't cheat the system like how families do with government aid. It's like, they need to be able to have it structured in a way to where it's not you popping out kids and then you never pay taxes again. There has to be a certain criteria that have to be met. It's like, it's gonna be difficult. But it's like, you have to meet certain stipulations where we don't have fucking welfare queens. I hate welfare queens. You guys have already heard me say how much I hate EBT, how much I hate welfare queens. I can rant about that for, ugh, I hate them. Hate. But there has to be a way that we can do this correctly. But I don't know how we can. Because until we start drug testing people, until we start, like, weekly checks on how households are to make sure things are healthy and clean for the children, I don't know how the hell we'll be able to, incentivize having kids, but have them be in a healthy, stable household. Because I remember that some states wanted to do, like, you know, drug testing and everything. But then they're like, oh, that's too expensive. Oh, but that's gonna make so many people not be able to qualify for what they need. It's like, I don't give a shit. They shouldn't be doing illegal drugs. Fuck them. I don't know. I hate it. Service guarantees citizenship. Luckily, I have no known kids and no intention to have any. It's just, it's sad. It's fucking sad and I hate it. Alright, let's continue before I go on another unhinged rant.
Teacher elaborating on how mean the students have actually become.
Do you honestly believe that these teachers are quitting their job 2 weeks into the school year because they're not getting paid enough, or because the politics that they're dealing with from outside of the classroom is too much to handle? No, that's not the reason. The reason why they're quitting is because these kids are mean. And they're making the classroom a war zone, and they're getting zero support from parents at home and from admin on their campus. This 100% stems from the stuff that they have to deal with day in and day out from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. inside their classroom. It's the stuff that you have to deal with inside your classroom that makes you burn out and makes you never want to come back. I understand that so many of our kids are dealing with rough lives at home and are dealing with trauma, dealing with mental illness, dealing with learning disabilities. All of those things make it difficult to thrive in school, and I understand that. But the problem is that all of those...
It's like, okay, this is probably going to be a hot fucking take, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like, I know we need to, you know, mental health is important, but I think we're starting to care about it a little too much. I think we're starting to care about it a little too much. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Oh, but he's depressed. It's not his fault that he beat his teacher. No. I don't give a shit. I don't care if you're depressed. That doesn't mean you can put your hands on somebody else. Oh, but he has ADHD. No. I don't care. I don't care. We're starting to care too much. I'm sorry. I hate it. He's depressed, actually, yeah. Again, it's parents doing shit parenting. Mental issues have never meant freedom from your consequences, exactly. Depression shouldn't be chronic. I don't know. It's like, I'm just a fish on the internet. I am a woman who just talks about things that I've been through and my opinions. So I don't know how the fuck we can fix any of this. It's like, am I depressed? Yes, I am depressed. I was diagnosed after I had my grippy sock vacation. But I don't make it everyone else's problem. It's something I have to deal with. I'm not medicated because I hate how the medications make me feel. It's something that you just have to learn to deal with on your own. Or if you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. But it's not an excuse for your shit fucking behavior. I don't know. How to fix it all, just take away the welfare, idiots. Yeah, I would love to take away the welfare stuff. But unfortunately, if a certain side keeps getting their way, we're never going to even fix it a little bit. First, we need to gut the government down to the bare minimum. Yeah, but that would be an extremely long process. It's like, I'm just happy that the Department of Education is going back to the states, in my opinion. I'm happy.
Those things are no reason to treat other human beings like a piece of garbage.
Yeah, like you can easily be going through something at home or through life, whatever it may be, but that doesn't give you the right to disrespect others. And I feel like that was understood, at least for me growing up, because I've never seen students act like this at all. And the times you did, again, like I said, they were gone, but you had the decency to respect your elders and respect your adults. That was just a common theme. And I grew up in schools in the North and the South, and regardless of where you're at, it wasn't just Southern hospitality. It was understanding, respect your elders and respect those in positions of authority. And sadly, we're seeing that decline.
It is a parent and an admin problem just as much as it is a kid problem, because the difference between now and 20 years ago even is that 20 years ago, when you would have a kid cuss you out, hit you, smack other kids, ruin your property, steal things off of your desk, there was going to be somebody on campus that was going to back you up and find a solution. But now that's not the case.
Like, I can't even comprehend this. Like, I'm almost like, are all these teachers lying?
It's like, when I was in school, teachers still had, like, teacher assistants. They had student aides as well. They had admins that actually helped them. Again, it's probably because of the shortage that they have no backup at all, and the parents just not caring.
Clearly the teachers are voicing their opinions, and we're seeing them storm out, we're seeing them get quitting, but like, I guess it's weird because the times are changing right before our eyes. Because I know for me, I was a kid in school. I remember hearing stories of back in the day when students acting up, you would get paddled. Like, the teachers were allowed to paddle bad students, and then the paddling got removed. And then for me, it was like all the suspensions and, you know, getting reprimanded, like all that kind of stuff. But now, like, the fact that they're not really suspending kids, they're not sending them to the bad schools, they're not failing the kids, like, are we that, like...
I think they probably shut down all the bad schools. I think they just shut them all down because they can't afford it. Ugh. I don't know. I really don't know. Let me get these super chats real quick. Already read that one. I do believe that the kid with the... Okay, already read that one. Military boot camp for kids. Unfortunately, the military academies aren't as what they used to be. And I learned that the military academy by me actually got shut down. And I don't know why. Blame 80s, 90s anti-school culture. Too many bad teachers. It's a really bad combo. These two yeah. Blame the Frankfurt School just before the 1930s. Rothschild and Rockefellers pushed for this. Not surprised. Like I said before, this is single mother behavior. Kind of. I mean, I was a single mother. My kid's doing pretty well. Behold the results of No Child Left Behind. Children need to start being left behind. Honestly, No Child Left Behind was a fucking mistake.
Are we just coddling everybody? You know what? I'm over this era of, like, treating everybody with respect. That sounds so weird to say. What I mean by that is this era of just, like, it's coddling everybody, or making, like, being accommodating to everybody, giving an excuse to everybody, letting everybody just, like we see with the TQ plus community, what we just talked about with the fat phobia people, the students. It's like,
oh yeah, inclusivity is also a mistake. Being inclusive to everybody is also a fucking mistake. Also, let me check the stream elements. Give me a second. Dashboard. Oh, thank you. I remember hearing years back that the reason parents don't discipline kids is because the kids threatened to call... Oh, yeah. Child welfare. They're like, oh, you hit me. So this means this is abusive. This is abusive. You can't do that to me. Yeah. I hate the whole, oh, if you do this to your kid, it's child abuse, even though it's just, you know, good old regular punishment. Having to be a parent and a kid at the same time is tough. You're a parent first, kid second, friend second. Never be the friend first. Because that's the problem with the Gen Alpha parents. They're trying to be the friend first, not the parent.
Everyone gets a pass in life. No one's getting in trouble. No one's learning a lesson.
2010s, when I started my career, I was assured that if I called a parent to tell them about what was going on in my classroom with their child, they were most definitely going to say, I am so sorry, do what you need to do, I'll talk to them when they get home, right? That doesn't happen anymore either. It is a parent problem because we're getting met with the same attitudes that we see in the classroom that we're seeing at home from parents. Your doctor or a nurse, somebody comes up to your nurse's station and starts yelling and screaming, throwing things, cussing you out, calling you names. What do? You get to call security and call a code violet. As teachers, we can't do that anymore. We try, but then the kid gets sent out of the class, they are given a snack, and then 5 minutes later, they're back in the classroom ready to terrorize somebody else.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that is fucking ridiculous. Like, oh, you can't act that way towards your teacher anymore. You can't yell at them. Okay, here, have a bag of Doritos. Okay, go be better now. No. Jesus Christ. It's just no one wants to punish children anymore when they do something wrong. Nobody does.
I can't believe any of this. Like, my brain literally can't compute this. And all I have to operate off of is the countless teachers that are sharing their story. Clearly, the news articles that we went through of teachers being assaulted. But I guess, like, looking into this and watching all these videos for the first time, I'm really just, again, taken aback like I was for the fat phobia video with how bad it's gotten. I had no idea it was this bad.
Who wants to deal with that at work? Of course, these young teachers who are just now stepping into the profession are done with it after 2 or 3 weeks. They realize that they don't have to deal with that behavior. They don't have to deal with that disrespect. And there's another way that they can make their money.
So not only are the kids being violent and
Also, pro tip for any teachers that are going right into a teaching job right after college, if you're still in your, like, early to mid-20s, don't teach in a high school or a middle school. They're not going to take you seriously. Because they're going to just be like, oh, why do I need to listen to you? You're only 4 years older than I am. And it's... Believe me, I've seen it. When I was in high school, we had a fresh out of college teacher teach us in 10th grade, I believe. Sophomore year of high school. And nobody took him seriously for the first couple months. He was a fresh, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed teacher, being like, yeah, this is gonna be great. The teacher was no older than my parents. The teacher was younger than my parents. Yeah, don't teach high school if you're a early to mid 20-year-old right out of college. No one's gonna take you seriously. Father Jack the Enlightened, thank you for the 5. When I was a kid, I got my ass whooped a lot. At least learned that I knew what awaited me at home if I cursed out or assaulted a teacher. And Anthony, thank you for the 5. I was terrified of a teacher telling my dad anything bad about me. We need to go back to those days. Oh, I agree. I agree.
Disrespectful and talking back. This is translating into their grades. This is translating to how much they're learning. A lot of these kids, they can't even read.
We talk about it. Can we please talk about it? Let's take a moment to discuss. Let's take a moment to debrief. Let's take a moment to unpack. So I'm not really understanding why they're not telling y'all. Like, we all know that the world is behind, like, globally, like, because of the pandemic and stuff. But I don't understand why they're not stressing to y'all how bad it is. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but these kids are I'm gonna just say this. I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level. I don't care how you flip it, turn it, swing it, swindle it. They still performing on the 4th grade level. Ain't nobody talking about how they just keep moving, passing them on. They just keep passing them on, passing them on, passing them on.
And teachers keep, even my little sister, she said that too. She said,
Oh, Amir, I'm so sorry I paused on your face like that.
they don't fail people.
There we go. I'm so sorry, Amir. Anyways, yeah, no child left for fucking behind. There's no failing kids anymore. I don't remember ever hearing anyone getting held back in a grade. It was always summer school, then they get pushed along. It's so bad. Damn, the lockdown really did fuck up the generation? Yes. Common Core is a problem too? Yes. Yes, it is. It's like, I get why, but also it's so fucking bad. Because don't forget, school funding is also dependent on how well the students' grades are and how many kids graduate. It's bad when the funding is dependent on test scores. If the test scores are not reflecting, like, you know, good grades, good behavior, your school will not get funding. That is another thing that kind of pushes the whole, oh, we need to pass these students no matter what type of thing. It's just, I don't think funding should be tied to test scores, especially if it's just gonna be like this. In some states, it's just bodies. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Anymore. That's so bad. Like, do students need to be failed? What's the point of grades? What's the point of school if you're just gonna pass everybody anyways?
Pass them on, pass them on, pass them on. I can put as many zeros in this grade book as I want to. They're gonna move that child to the 8th grade next year. Ain't nobody talking about that. Why they not talking about that? Why they not telling y'all that y'all... And why don't y'all know that y'all kids not performing on their grade level? Why y'all don't know this? Why y'all don't know? Talk about it. Let's unpack. Because y'all be quick to talk about, oh, the teacher this, the teacher this, the teacher... It's your job, baby. I just got here 30 days ago. She was performing on the 4th grade level since 4th grade.
Yeah.
Why we not talk? Well, let's talk about it.
It's like... It's definitely the parents' fault 90% of the time. But you can also you can dish a little bit of that blame over to the teachers as well. Honestly. It's 90% the parents, 10% the teachers. It's like, I don't know, the teachers can do what they can, but the vast majority of the blame lands on the parents. In my opinion. Super chats. Alright, got that. Already did that one. Father Jack the Enlightened, thank you for 5. I like what Raging Golden Eagle said multiple times. It's just the indoctrination system passing the buck to the next failure. Elementary school, junior high, high school, college. Yep. That is correct.
You the teacher. You supposed to be, again, she's been on the 4th grade level since the 4th grade. We in 7th grade now. So you let this child go 3 years and you never knew that your child was still in the 4th grade? Ain't never left the... Hang it up, flat screen.
Oh, he snapped. And that's the truth. It does boil down to, you know, we can't always just crap on the kids. It goes to the parents too. Like you said, that child's been at 4th grade level since the 4th grade. So your child's in 7th grade now, and now it's my problem that your child don't know how to read, write, whatever it may be, because they've been passed on, and you have just been not parenting, just not caring about your students' grades and how they're reading and how they're performing in school. Cool.
And 4th graders being nice. I still have kids performing on grade K, 1, 2, and 3rd grade levels.
That's
I can probably count on one hand how many kids are actually performing on their grade level. So just imagine, you don't know that your child been on the 2nd grade level since the 2nd grade, and they now in the 7th or 8th grade. Are you joking right now? And these are future leaders, our future doctors, our future nurses, our future... Please. Please.
That...
Yeah, no, guys. By the time we hit our elderly age, we're fucking cooked. We are fucking cooked, man. We are not gonna have anyone qualified to be able to take care of us in our elderly age. This is our future government body, everybody. Mercenary, thank you for the 10. My mom was a teacher's assistant, and she knew a teacher who was very good. My mom and all the good teachers were given an offer back in the early 2000s to retire early or lose your pension. I heard about that.
Oh my gosh. This video's a joke. It's like it's hard for me to comprehend all of this. I cannot believe the things that these teachers are saying that they're dealing with and going through, because again, like I said before, I didn't know it was this bad. I've heard about it, but there's a bigger issue going on with the parenting that is coming from millennials and social media, iPad kids, that whole realm. We're going to get into that because that's where a lot of this is stemming from. By all means, kids need to be respectful, but on the flip side, they have a parent, okay? There are cultural norms that these children are not abiding by. There are things that are just genuinely going wrong at home, and it needs to be discussed. Like that person said, how did you not know?
A first-year high school English teacher. This is definitely going to be my first and last year teaching. I was made very quickly aware of the fact that this is not the profession for me. It is absolutely astonishing and scary how your kids are 14, 15 years old and still do not have the proper reading skills. And I'm not talking about the ESC kids, the 504s, the IEP kids. I'm talking about your everyday regular Joe Schmo from Kokomo kid who does not know how to read and write at the level that they should. And the problem is that they don't care to learn how to do those things correctly. I can't teach the class because your kid wants to be a disruption, because your kid wants to be on their phone.
Yeah, it's like, I get there's always going to be the class clown, but they need to learn that there is a time and a place for that type of thing. But also, the kid's just not paying attention whatsoever. The fact, again, that teachers are starting to put videos next to their, like, you know, their slides for presentations or for videos that they're showing in class. This is not it. This is not the fucking thing. No. Let me very off-topic thing I want to tell you about the new Daredevil Born Again show. It's being outperformed by The Acolyte, and someone is talking to says that it's on par with Defenders. If you like Marvel, might be or to avoid it. Oh, I haven't watched, like, really anything Marvel since the second Venom movie came out.
Speaking of phones in schools, I think all schools should have the yonder patches. You know what you get at a comedy club? Put your phone in the baggie. There's no need. If you can't be on your phone at work, why are children on their phones at school? Especially in, you know.
It's like, okay, wanna know what they need to do? Alright, I'm sure you guys remember, like, when we were in school, how, for elementary school specifically, we had those little pockets that had our lunch cards in them, right? Where you'd have to, like, take them out if you want cold lunch, hot lunch, or whatever. Have those, but all the kids need to put their phones in them. And then they can take them out once class is done. Grandma, let me shut up. But you know what I mean. You know what will help kids not be bullied as much? Punish parents for yeah. The fuck is a lunch card? Hold on. Have you guys not seen the lunch cards? Let's see, elementary school lunch card. Have you guys really not seen a lunch card before? Do they not have the... Ugh, they don't have the ones that I had on Google Images. But essentially, there was like, you know, lunch cards that you had where it's like a white one was hot lunch. I think a yellow one was for cold lunch. And then, like, you know, you just kind of did that. You didn't have lunch cards where you grew up. Well, essentially, you just had, like, you had those. It, fucking, second, hold on. School calculator folder for classroom. Okay, here. Open image, a new tab. Why is that so little? New tab. Okay. Basically, get these. But instead of for calculators, you just put your phone in here. And then boom, there you go. Just get these. Each student has to put their phone in here and then they can pick it up at the end of class. Bring back lockers. You act like students will actually use their lockers. Alright, let's continue.
Elementary, middle school, and high school. Like even for me, like I said, I'm a 1995 millennial. I didn't have a smartphone until 10th grade of high school. So I can't even imagine growing up in middle school with phones or having my phones in class. We had them a little bit, but I mean, we're talking them little Nokia phones that were like the sidekicks. Like we were texting and stuff in middle school, but we had to race home and get on AIM or Yahoo Messenger. That was my day. So, and we survived. Y'all survived. Like, there's no need for a child to have their phone in school.
Problem really, I mean, yes, the problem is your kid. The problem is also you as a parent, but the problem is also the administration who continuously makes these stupid excuses for these kids' bad behavior. Why in the world are you still talking about COVID? Every time these kids act up, it's always, well, they spent 2 years in COVID. So did everybody else. That was 2 years ago. At what point are we gonna stop blaming COVID for these kids' bad behavior? At what point are we gonna stop making these excuses for these kids? They are the problem.
See, this video, there's so much more to unpack because all the teachers are saying the same things regarding issue on how the kids are acting up, the parenting is bad, and the admin isn't supporting the teachers. Are there bad teachers? Yes. But for the most part, what we're seeing is just teachers just being abused, whether the physical or verbally. They're not getting the support they're needing. They're not getting the pay they need. And I mean, I'd quit too. So there is a lot more that I want to discover. And
yeah, it's like the entire system just needs to be restructured. From parenting to school administration, it needs to be fucking restructured. Because if we keep going the way that we are going, we have no future. We have no fucking future. Unfortunately, that's how it is.
go into this. I feel like I'm leaving a lot on the table because I am just lost. For millennials to it's kind of sad. Like for millennials, my generation, to be like the worst parents. Especially when we talk about all the trauma.
Okay. The thing is with millennials essentially being the worst parents out there, because yes, millennials literally are the worst parents raising kids. The millennials are making sure that their own traumas are not, like, you know, being reflected back on their kids. They do not want to be their parents. And it's just like they think too much emotionally and not logically. That's my opinion on it. But the traumas make kids grow? Yes, but unfortunately the millennials are too emotionally invested. Don't worry, these kids are our future and they'll make the world a brighter future. They're gonna shoot our planet to the sun.
trauma that we've gone through and all the therapists that we have and this, that, and the other, you would think we would be better parents to our child, but apparently there's a big cohort of parents out there that's just not parenting. So we'll for sure be getting into that in the next video. I really feel for these teachers. It's so
yeah. Nope, we're doomed. Essentially, we are just fucking doomed. There's nothing we can do about it. Let's go to something a little more funny, depressing, and not just depressing. And let's look at idiots mixing cleaning chemicals.
Morning, welcome back.
Let's watch some people mixing cleaning chemicals and potentially killing themselves. Because that's a lot funnier than reflecting on the shit state of the world we're gonna be. I hate thinking about our future. Because then I just get sad. I just get fucking sad. That there. Coolio. Chlorine, maybe some old warfare cast thing. Yes, for those of you who know the trend of what's this called? Clean talk, where people just flood their toilets with various cleaning chemicals. Yeah, it's not. It's clean freaks going absolutely fucking insane. So, let's have fun.
I'm some guy with a video sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for building your very own website, taking your business ventures to the next level. Even though I'm old enough to have a mortgage, I feel like my frontal lobe just developed. I'm like 10 years behind the times. Can't believe I just discovered this little indie game called League of Legends, this little indie TV show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, reading books from the library, Invisalign. What else has the world hidden from me? AI vacuum robots you can exploit because of their lack of needing food and
something
breaks
positive?
like humans
This is
do?
positive. Laughing at idiots.
Oh, it's right behind me, isn't it? Speaking of stumbling through life, unaware about everything around you, you ever smelt a smelly smell? That smelly smell that smells, only to find out in horror, that stink was coming from your direction. We see cleanliness as a positive state of being. If you have your life together, there's a high chance your mind, body, and sleeping space is organized without too much mess. Watching someone clean is a genre of content a lot of people gravitate towards.
The Asian is
'cause
talking
everybody
about
clean.
idiots.
Visually, it's very stimulating, with ASMR elements. You might even pick up a few tips and tricks along the way, like how adding ice into your toilet when cleaning it makes it extra crunchy.
What the fuck?
Even if no words are spoken, a video of a kitchen in turmoil would—
It's like, okay, there's specific cleaning videos that I find super cool, like the ones that volunteer to help clean hoarding houses. Those are pretty cool. But the ones where you just flood your toilet with various chemicals are just fucking stupid.
which is then transformed into a fresh new show home in just 30 seconds, is a story in itself. For the creators, it's generally pretty easy content to make, with the potential to reach a large audience, not to mention the effortless branding. You clean a gravestone one time, you're now known as the pink-themed graveyard cleaner lady influencer, which is the most AI-generated—
Okay, no, this bitch right here.
You're now known as the pink—
She has some whole fucking controversy behind her. Like, apparently when she cleans these graves, she doesn't talk to the families and stuff beforehand, and she doesn't do any research about anything. There's a specific grave cleaner that I watch that does, like, you know, look into the history of the family of, like, graves that she cleans. That is pretty fucking cool. This chick's just a bitch.
themed graveyard cleaner lady influencer, which is the most AI-generated sentence I have ever said. It's human nature to maintain some level of hygiene. Even our ancestors used twigs and leaves to doll themselves up before going out to slay a dinosaur for dinner. But there comes a point when things go too far, like how the clean talk genre has sterilized itself into something frightening. Might want to go get yourself a gas mask for this one. Someone is creating a poisonous smog in—
How? What do you mean how? Like, it's a whole thing. It's another rabbit hole I can go down another day. But the pink lady, she just goes to random graves and cleans it with her cleaner as advertisements. That's it. It's so fucking stupid. She has a whole controversy behind her. It's insane.
In their toilet bowl as we speak.
I don't understand these videos.
Clean talk? More like clean talk to a therapist. If I had extra time in the day to do all that, I'd learn how to code a website. But thanks to Squarespace, no need. With 2 decades worth of industry experience,
No, I don't care about Squarespace. I'm sorry.
go to squarespace.com/advasion to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Let's face it, we be stinking without the sink. We learned that the hard way after a handful of plagues swept through the human population. It made us all realize, oh, we just need to be a little cleaner on a daily basis to avoid succumbing to illnesses like typhoid and popular Oregon trail disease, dysentery. Dysentery? More like dying
dysentery.
in this-century, because eggs be like, I'm $20 now. What should be a pretty simple hygiene routine of 5 to 10 things you do in a day has now turned into overcomplicated beauty rituals where it's 5 to 10 steps for just washing your body. Scrubbing your skin raw with an exfoliating brush, stripping away all the natural oils with foamy washes, then piling on the scented goops to cover up that unpleasant smell of human gross. If I don't smell like a sugary 2,000 calorie crumble cookie or a manly grenade smell, then what?
Hey guys, would you use a grenade-shaped bath bomb? Or would that still make you gay? It's just me. Does anyone else really dislike the speaker? He's just monotone. Gay? No. What's a bath bomb? Grenade-shaped bath bomb, so a forked bomb. Maybe. You need to bathe and use motor oil. You want a toaster-shaped bath bomb? There are toaster-shaped bath bombs. Live, laugh, toaster bath.
What's the point? I already know. Some of you guys are gonna try eating that crumble soap. A little bit for my elbows, a little bit for my feet, and a little treat for me. The millennial Gen Z generations are strong advocates for prioritizing your own well-being. I gotta put me first, Lucius, because if you don't love yourself, you can't clean yourself. But we might have gotten confused along the way, with self-care turning into self-capitalism care, where the more products you use and the more things you have, the faster your happiness meter is supposed to fill up. Only when I have collected my 100th bottle of body wash will I truly become uncontent.
Nope, that is called a couponer, and I hate couponers with all of my heart. Fuck couponers.
Contaminated from all these germs. I don't think we're meant to be using so many products on our skin all at once. For basic cleaning, hot water, soap, and a good scratchy hand towel will do. Then throw in a handful of extra products if you want a little razzle-dazzle in your routine. What you're doing when you're constantly using heavily scented exfoliants and washes multiple times a day is messing up your skin barrier and potentially—
I hate coupons? No. I hate couponers. You guys, for those of you who have been cashiers in any of your jobs, besides welfare queens with their EBT cards, who is the other category of people that you hate the most? Couponers. They are the reason why coupons have such a strict thing on them now. The ones where they get like $2,000 worth of groceries, get an entire journal of coupons. And then it somehow gets down to like $50. I hate couponers. Just fucking hate them. Because then they're like, oh, but coupon. I've heard it be said 2 different ways. Coupon and coupon. Coupon sounds stupid. Coupon sounds normal.
Flaring up some eczema. The crook of my elbow is already starting to get itchy just by watching these. Do I have phantom eczema? This is a great environment for the fabled hygiene influencer to thrive. What better way to build a following than convincing people they need a bedroom's worth of products to smell acceptable while making—
How do you pronounce chicken coop? Chicken coop.
some cash along the way.
If you want to be clean, use this. If you want to smell good, use this. If you want to be clean and smell good, use this and this. If you want to be clean all day, use this. If you want to be clean, smell good all day, use this, this, and this. If you want to be smooth, use this. If you want to be clean and smell good all day and be smooth, use this, 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 and this. If you want to be glowy, use this. If you want to be clean and smell good all day and be smooth and be glowy, use this, 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 and this. If you want to be moisturized, use this. If you want to be clean and smell good all day and be smooth, glowy, and hydrated, use this, 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 and this.
Oh no.
That is too much. That is too much. No.
We gotta do math now when grooming ourselves. I'd rather eat a jar of crumble cookie scrub than go back to calculus. I'm already having PTSD. It also begs the question, are these influencers using all these products they're mentioning, or are they creating an illusion of a problem so you buy their stuff? On the flip side, we have guys who wipe exclusively with dude wipes and will only shower with dishwashing liquid because it's labeled for men.
I mean, they capitalize off of women so much. And then there's the dude stuff that it's like 17 in 1. Do you guys use like the 17 in 1 dude fucking shampoo, conditioner, body wash, car fuel? Fucking, I don't know. 1 bar of soap and maybe shampoo is all you need. Fanciest thing you ever have is a tar smelling soap. Your regular is 3 in 1. I've used dish soap when you ran out once. If I can't do my dishes, laundry, wash myself, change my oil with it, I don't want it.
And it's black. Or is this only to be used by black men? I need to speak with someone from marketing. Don't want to get cancelled here. After cleaning ourselves, we then move on to our living spaces. When hygiene influencers evolve into their next form, house cleaning influencers, who are able to build up lucrative businesses, cleaning rooms, places, and things. Algorithm-wise, this content fits in perfectly. It's mentally stimulating, the audience is engaged. Plus, you get to pick up tips that are actually useful in your day-to-day life. Cleaning isn't an inherent skill you're born with, unless you grew up with someone who taught you how. I learned a thing or two after watching someone clean their entire house from top to bottom, getting into nooks and crannies I didn't even know you had to clean. My favorite tip is finding out a bleach and ammonia cocktail are ingredients you should not be mixing together, because it tastes like shit. But it's not the regular tidying up videos people are interested in. That boring. It's the most extreme cases of dirty house, almost to the point of being unlivable, that rake in the views by the millions. We can call it the home makeover effect. It's very satisfying watching these drastic transformations, but instead of watching 2 millionaire hosts upgrade a suburban family's house into a slightly nicer house in the suburbs, we see regular people turning their houses back to normal just by cleaning it because they let the mess get so bad.
Good morning, and we are back with...
Yep, I've seen these videos. But this is also just the average VTuber's house as well. I've seen how... I can't say much because I'm just recently getting out of the depression pile that is my space around my computer. But I've seen how some VTubers posted their houses and stuff, or their apartments, or just their desk area. No, I've seen it. Clean your room, LumLum. My room has just been recently reorganized. It's my desk that's the problem. How many cans do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have my PS5 there. I have some wrappers here. I have my ibuprofen here. My acetaminophen here. I have my food here. Yes. The fuck is a PS5? My PS5. You have not said 1 cup or bottle of water yet? No. Oh, I also have my whiskey here. I don't do drugs. Lumi is a water atheist. I don't like unflavored water. Just put a garbage can next to you. I mean, the garbage is like 10 steps away from me. I'm just lazy. PS5 is for losers. PS5 was for when I was playing Stellar Blade and stuff. Excuse me. Straight whiskey. I don't do mixed drinks that often.
With another bedroom cleaning video. I did have my daughter go under the bed and push all the trash out. You'll see here soon. After I clean up this corner, what it looks like. It is insane.
It smells like pee-pee and poo-poo in here. No,
Oh.
seriously, why does it smell like caca and wee-whiz in here?
There are circumstances that make it really hard for people to keep a clean space. The lack of time, disabilities, kids, pets, ghouls that mess up your pantries at night. So we have creators posting their extremely dirty living space and then cleaning it.
Stop the video? What, you don't want to watch the video anymore? It's okay, we're a little over halfway done. But no, I need to... Oh, that was Blab's Roblox dream boyfriend? God, he hate this. We're all holding hands and suffering together. Next, we'll watch something different.
As a way to hold themselves accountable. Also to show, this is what a realistic household of 5 looks like on a daily basis. It's not always clean 24/7, like those extremely polished looking households we see on social media. But once you make being dirty your brand, and you get your first viral million-view video, we do start to wonder how many of these influencers are living in squalor on purpose just so they can make content. Now they're incentivized with attention and a new revenue stream. Yes, honey, we can let the dirty dishes pile up to the ceiling so it can turn into a mold tower for your TikTok. I've also noticed that oftentimes, these influencers have kids. I don't know about you, but if my parents posted our trash heap of a house for all my elementary school classmates to see, I'm taking my little LeapPad tablet and reporting all these videos for hate speech.
And I just wanted to address, like, most of my comments are like, there's no excuse for this, there's no excuse for this, and I know that. I'm not making one. So quit commenting it, because I'm not making any excuse. This is absolutely
Yeah, that is insane. There's no X in the top right corner. Nope, I took away the X in his top right corner. He's not allowed to leave. Adam is stuck here forever. That's right, Adam. You can't escape. Hold on. Hey, Adam, you can't escape. There's no X button. You can't leave my stream until I will it. You are stuck here until I send you guys over to Sargon and Arch after we're done with this. Okay, there's no escape. There's only staying here with me. Love you. Mwah. Okay. Perfect.
And I hate that I have come to this again.
Sure, it's good we're normalizing the fact that homes are a little messy, but as a parent, when you draw the line at what you need to share on the internet, it might be fine for you, but just imagine how embarrassed little Johnny's gonna be when he finds out little Bert's mom forbids him from coming over because she's seen how dirty your house is on TikTok. Mommy, why can't my friends come over to play? Well, Johnny, that's because the other judgmental mommies think we're trash goblins. Now, sweetie, hold my iPhone. I'm gonna dump this bucket of water all over our wood floors. If you haven't realized by now, be careful who you take advice from on the internet. Someone with a master's degree in professional house sanitization can have the same amount of reach as someone who mixes bleach and ammonia together and drinks it. There was a floor cleaning trend where people would dump buckets of soapy water onto the ground and then would vigorously scrub their entire house from top to bottom. Apparently, this is one of the best ways to get rid of all the dirt and grime compared to using a Swiffer or a traditional ringed out mop. Little did people know, this is typically done in tropical countries where the heat can dry things quickly and the floors are usually made out of concrete. We had unfortunate cases of people turning their wood panel flooring into carpets. Soft, fluffy, hairy carpets made out of mold. Hope nobody in Canada tried this where it can get down to minus 40 degrees, but
it's like, I usually only see the, like, you know, that type of cleaning thing in, like, homes down in Brazil and, Mexico. Most other countries that have, yeah, concrete floors. Third world countries, yes. Only in third world countries.
hey, free skating rink in your house, am I right? There's also cases where stainless steel refrigerators ended up as stainless steel cutting boards, because the viewer saw someone clean their fridge using a specific product, not knowing it was rage bait, only meant to get views. Speaking of rage bait, the person who got mold from the mop water on the floor, when I took a closer look at their account, I had a feeling something was up when I saw them deep clean a PS5 like they were baiting a small child. We don't know what's real anymore! Living in this technology age with so much information at our fingertips, we develop this bad habit at taking the things we see online at face value without looking into it. There's just not enough time in the day to fact check the last 100 videos you watched in the last 2 hours. I'm scared for when AI becomes so advanced it's undetectable. If another one of my 50-year-old family members sends me one more link and asks if this video of a dog cooking is real, I'm gonna say, of course it is, because my dog can do that, because he's so smart and talented. Ragebait is content created for the sole purpose of engagement, like showing you a tutorial for cooking a restaurant quality steak, except they
I
use a
hate
radiator
cooking
as a
videos
grill
like
and
this.
motor oil for
Like,
sauce,
why?
resulting in an angry mob flooding the comment section, driving up the view count. This formula works since people like to get angry and yap about things. Clean Talk houses a lot of ragebait, which has the potential to be scary. If you were ever a potions kid who mixed all the bathroom products together when mom wasn't looking, Clean Talk has its own version of that. Except the harmless shampoos and body lotions are now hazardous chemicals mixed together in a white porcelain cauldron.
I don't know why people do that. It's so bad.
I'm grateful for a clean toilet.
I am grateful for a clean toilet.
That is so dangerous.
I am grateful for a clean toilet.
I am grateful for a clean toilet. I already said that. How long is this video? I don't think that Sponge is grateful. Even that scrub daddy went in frowning, because he knows this ain't right. What's even more disturbing is the unsettling eye contact with the scrub daddy as we're waterboarding it with chemicals. If we're gonna waterboard someone, I have a recommendation. It seems like the foundation of all these toilet bowl recipes is Ajax. Powdered bleach. Gives it...
You know, some people just shouldn't be helped at all. Some people just should not be helped. Just let them suffer in their consequences.
That nice fluffy doughy texture that makes it look like forbidden dessert. We got people marinating a sponge cake in their sink like they're about to serve it to guests at their dinner party.
Oh.
Hey, can you save me a slice? I morbidly want to bite into that. If you look on the back of every single one of these cleaning products, you'll see a warning about not mixing cleaning agents together to avoid making harmful fumes. What's crazier is that some people are raw dogging handling these chemicals. No gloves, gas mask, or PPE in sight. Actually, who knows?
Really,
they could be
Coco?
looking like this, since we don't get to see their scrunched up faces. But we do get to see their hands. And feet, unfortunately.
Blech.
Whoever's mom this is needs to be put on some sort of list of people you should not sell cleaning products to. At this point, are we still cleaning? Or are we just playing around now? Look underneath this person's sink. I bet you it's just a hole in the ground. The amalgamation of 100 different chemicals.
You know, part of me thinks that all of these people aren't using their actual fucking toilets, but it's just like ones that they find in just, you know, the junkyard and shit. Shut the fuck up, guys. God. You guys are fucking insane. Condemned building. This has to be rage bait. Oh, 100 fucking %. What is it, Coco? Is it because I'm yapping too much? Okay, bye. I love you. Really buy one from the DIY store? Possibly. Mustard is delicious, especially in gas form. That is, I agree. It's just, it's all so tiring. Excuse me. I think I am going to just, I might end stream on this because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today yet. And also Archley and Sargon is live, so I'm gonna go listen to them. And then tonight we also have Under the Tea. So we will be talking about VTuber drama. So that'll be fun. Yes, we will all go watch the Arch and Sargon show. Let me set up the raid. So then we can all just be like, oh, hi, Arch. Hi, Sargon. You know, that's cringe shit. Anyways, I will see you guys over there. No, I will not be in voice chat because Sargon and Arch hate me. They hate me. I didn't do anything. Oh. See, now I need to go to my actual thing. Analytics. Okay. All right. I will see you guys over there. I love you. Bye.